Hello, and welcome to this episode of DDF Ghost Hunting. I am Hicks, and I am here in Troutdale, Oregon, at McMenamins Edgefield, formerly known as the Multnomah County Poor Farm. And today I'm going to go on a ghost hunt at this location and see if I can find any sort of spiritual, supernatural, or any kind of ghostly activity. But first, a little bit of history. The Multnomah County Poor Farm was built as a county-funded relief institution for the poor and homeless. It was built in the early 1900s to relieve the population of the Hillside Farm, located in western Portland at the time. It was in November of 1911 that the first residents, or as they were actually called, inmates, arrived here. These were poor, homeless people who came here to get shelter, to get work, to get food, and in return, they worked the farm, they worked the gardens, they did things like that to help prepare and treat the land. And over the years, the population grew and grew until the 1930s, when the Great Depression hit. It was during this time that the population of inmates swelled to over 600, almost double what the original occupation was. But after World War II ended and the economy recovered, many of the inmates found jobs and better opportunities elsewhere, leaving behind only a few Depression-era inmates who were either too old to leave or unable to due to whatever circumstances. It was due to this the Multnomah County Poor Farm was primarily converted and operated as a nursing home. It operated as such until the 1970s, when government welfare programs in nursing homes were on the rise. And due to this, many of the inmates left. And it was in April of 1982 that the last 3 inmates left the place and the property was closed down. It became a liability for the county as blackberries overtook the property and teenagers came here to hang out, drink beer, smoke weed, whatever teenagers do, and they vandalized the place really bad over the years. The county wanted to tear the property down and sell the lot off easily, but the Troutdale Historical Society saved the property, and in 1990, 2 brothers by the name of McMenamins bought the place and converted it into a restaurant after fixing it up. And today, it is a thriving community where locals, tourists, sightseers, artists, beer and food enthusiasts come to hang out. But there is a darker side to all of this. Over the years, as the inmates worked here, those who died were thrown into an incinerator and their bodies burned to ash. That ash was then dumped on the gardens as fertilizer, which in turn grew the food. And now, as tourists and hotel guests are here, they report strange occurrences, such as hearing strange sounds, things falling over, being grabbed by no one who's there, hearing laughter, seeing little girls run up and down the halls, seeing people who, upon closer inspection, just vanish into thin air. I, too, have seen things fall over here and have heard strange sounds. Coincidence? Possibly. Spiritual activity? Maybe. But that's why I'm here today, to find out if I can discover anything spiritual or supernatural or ghostly about this place. So this is the Stinky Room, the linen room. Around here is Pizza Kitchen. And in here we have Bakery, probably the second most haunted place. this is the Stinky Room. And my flash. That's the window. Are you upset that there are workers here? Hello? Leaky pipe. Hello? Is there anybody back here? So, this is the room where a person walked by, a coworker walked by and seen somebody walking in here, and then they opened the door to come in, and that person that was in here was gone. And that's just one of many creepy stories in this place. Is there anybody here? If you want to say anything, please speak now. If you said anything on the tape or anything, I thank you. Otherwise, I am done here in this room. And this is Pizza Kitchen. Do you not like me being in here? Is there anybody in here? Anybody at all? And here now we are going into bakery. Probably the second most haunted place in here. I've had stuff fall off here. I've had those fall over. It's all just very creepy. Here's the back room, which is creepy. It's really creepy back here. Is there anybody here? This is where, well, actually out there is where my experiences were. Is there anybody here? Does anybody want to say anything? And in here is the creepy room. Is there anybody back here? A light on here. Doesn't do too much, but is there anybody here? I heard a pop. It was creepy, but I'm going to assume it was just something in the pipes. I'm going to turn the light out. See if there's anything here. Or anyone. Does it upset you that I am back here? Does it upset you that I am back here? Okay, there's a little bit of dust here, so if you're seeing that, don't freak out, because I see that and it's just dust. So those right there were the pans that fell right in front of me, like about 6 or 7 just fell forward right as I was walking towards them onto the floor. I was walking back from here, putting a dish away, and I was walking like this and they just fell. So in review of the McMenamins Edgefield location, I have to say that, I don't know, while I was there, nothing happened to me that I heard, that I seen, or anything like that. But when I got home and I was reviewing the footage, I heard a voice that pretty clearly said, "Go outside," which when I heard that with my headphones on, late at night, home alone, that really freaked me out, because I've never had anything like that happen to me before. The first time I very clearly hear it say "go outside," and then after that it says something else, and I believe it just repeats itself saying "go outside," and I believe it says it 3 times. But the second 2 times is not as clear. Later on in Bakery, there was a couple places where I seen what might have been orbs. It also might have been dust. In fact, the second time that I seen the orbs on the video, I didn't see it in real life, but the second time I seen it, about 5 seconds or so later, I did see that there was dust in the air, and I point that out in the video. So those orbs could have just been dust. It could have been spiritual, it could have been dust. I don't know. I'm just going to say that that was dust. The voice, however, was what really got me, because that is something I cannot explain rationally. That was in the generator room, of course, but that voice clearly says "go outside," and that doesn't sound like anything else that the generator sounds like. I went back into the room a few days later and to see if I could find it again, to see if I could somehow replicate that voice in any way rationally. I couldn't. I went back there, I asked questions. Why do you want me to go outside? Do you want me to go outside? Whatnot. Is there anybody here? And do you want me to go outside? And as for my experience in Bakery, I told a few people, and they had said that the floor was slanted in Bakery. And okay, if the floor is slanted, that could explain why all those hotel pans would fall over, but I decided to test this theory and see if I could get a few balls to roll, and if the floor is slanted, at least anyway considerably to where the hotel pans would fall, the balls would roll fairly easy. And when I went down there, the balls didn't roll much at all except when I touched them. So if the hotel pans did fall for something other than spiritual activity, it was not because of a floor slant. Huh. None of them roll. I don't think this floor is really that slanted. Not enough to make these fall. Is this place haunted? I mean, I've seen weird things that can easily be explained. That voice that I heard on the video, that I cannot explain any other way than spiritual activity. So I'm gonna say yes, this place is haunted. Yeah, I mean, that really creeped me out, and nothing like that has happened to me before or since. So yeah, thanks for watching.